Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. Got some more meat on here. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And that's it on that. So let's jump back into Genesis 21 and verse 12. This is Genesis 21 and 12, and it says, and Yahweh said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman, in all that Sarah has said unto thee. Hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called. See that? That's why you can't, man, if the Most High was going to induct other people, it would have inducted it then. So why would it be thousands of years later now he wants to induct the other nations and they can be saved and be under promise? It makes no sense. That would have been the time to induct them in and graft them in there. And it says, and also, this is verse 13, and also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. So the Most High said, look, I'm still going to bless him. I'm still going to make him fruitful because he's a part of your seed, but it ain't the child of the promise, because the child of the promise goes to Isaac. All right, we already know who that is, you know. And it says, and Abraham rose up early and took bread and a bottle of water. So where was the child support? Where was the Abraham? Was Abraham going off? Because look what he did. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder and the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. So, so Abraham said, "Look, you got to go. You got to dip." Okay, and let's jump to the next script. This is the book of Galatians 4 and verse 23. It says, but he who is of the bond woman was born after the flesh, but he of the free woman was by promise. And who is that? We just read it. Okay, we just read it. Go back. Right here. You got Sarah and Hagar. Okay, Hagar was the bondwoman, because it tells you right here. And also the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation. And who's that bondwoman? Was Hagar. And who's that free woman? Was Sarah. Just to get the understanding of it. And then read it again. It says, but he who is of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, but he of the free woman was by promise. Which things are allegory, for these are the two covenants, the one from the Mount Sinai, which gathered to bondage, which are Gar. Oh, that's it on that. That's it on that. So now let's jump to Hebrews. Because that's why I look, man. It says it's easy understood, but these other guys, man, they the Alpha Omega, they're trying to get in there. They're trying to find out how they can get up in there, because they know what's coming, man. It's not, if you see our slavery, you better fear, because the Most High promised that thing unto us. So how much more he promised what was going to happen unto this the known world and the other people, that they were going to be men of continual employment, you know. And then when we come to Esau, after that 1,000 years, it's curtains. But the other nations, they're going to be subject unto us, and you're not going to be on the level, man. You're not going to be on the level of an Israelite, because you ain't going to be able to do nothing with the promises that's coming. Read Deuteronomy 28. And there's more, just like the Most High said, there's going to be diseases not written in the book. There's going to be blessings that wasn't written in the book that we're going to receive. That's going to be, you can't even put them in words. All right, and then it's Hebrews 11 and 16. It says, but now they desired a better country, that is a heavenly, it says, and heavenly. Wherefore Yahweh is not ashamed to be called their power, for he has prepared for them a city. What city is that? That's Jerusalem. That's the land of Israel. That's the promise. Okay? Go and read this quick precept. Quick precept. Quick precept. This is the book of Second Ezra 2 and verse 13. It says, "Go, and ye shall receive, pray for few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch." See? So the kingdom is already prepared in the spirit, man. It just got to be manifest in the physical plane. That's what we're waiting on. The kingdom is set, man. The elect has already been chosen since the foundation. So the kingdom has already been set. It's just got to come to the flourish. It's got to come to pass. It says, I said on that, read it again, 11 and 16. It says, "But now they desire a better country that is in heavenly. Wherefore Yahweh is not ashamed to be called their power, for he has prepared for them a city." And then we get Genesis 28. 28 and 13. Because we come to that time. This is Genesis 28 and 13, and it says, "Behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord, power of Abraham, thy father, and the power of Isaac. The land wherein thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed." There you go. Let me go to this next one. A couple more scripts. This is the book of Exodus 6 and 7. It says, "And I will take you," it says, "and I will take you to me for a people, and I will be to you a power. And ye shall know that I am the Lord your power, which bringeth you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. And I will bring you into the land concerning the which I did swear to give to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. And I will give it to you for an heritage. I am the Lord." Because there was not there Canaanites dwelling in the land. If the Lord was going to induct people, why didn't he induct the Canaanites? The punishment for the Canaanites was death, man. Everybody had to go. You had to get it. And that went back into the situation with Noah. Okay? And let me get this real quick. This is the book of Isaiah 45 and 25. This is Isaiah 45 and 25. It says, "And in the Lord shall all the seeds of Israel be justified, and shall glory." The seed of Israel, which is Jacob. That's how it's cut and dry, man. Okay, if you can't get it, you ain't meant to get it. This is Isaiah 28 and verse 5. I just wanted this to be all scriptures and let the scriptures speak for itself. It says, "Precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little." And this is Isaiah 28 and verse 5. It says, "And in that day shall the Lord of hosts be for a crown of glory, and for a diadem of beauty unto the residue of his people, and for a spirit of judgment to him that sitteth in judgment, and for the strength of them that turn the battle to the gate." That's it on that. Let's jump to Isaiah 41 and verse 16. This is Isaiah 41 and verse 16. And it says, "And doubt shall fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them." And who's them? The other nations, the people that came against us, and 2/3 of our own people. But they're going to come back and be righteous. And it says, "The wind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Yasharallah." Then let me get this one. And it says, Isaiah 45 and 19, "And I have spoken in secret." It says, "I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. I said not," it says, "I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I, the Lord, speak righteousness. I declare things that are right. So the Most High ain't speak. He's been. It's no secret thing that he's told Jacob. He said, Jacob, seek me. He said he ain't. We ain't told us to seek him in vain. All right. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barak to Yahweh, Barak to Yahushai, man, and double honors to the apostles and elders and that keep doing the work. All right, we're in the time of the push, the year to push. So this truth is, we're coming to the end, man. Something's getting ready to happen on a scale we can't imagine. That's why we got to keep faith. All right, so with that, I'm gonna say shalom and keep faith in these last days. We're almost home, man.